Good morning, everybody. I am going to do my August pickups. And yesterday I was out. I also ordered a couple things off the internet. Uh, did really, really good yesterday. Scored big time. But we'll go over the one or two items I ordered previously. And let's see. We'll start off with I got another 32X game for my collection. I got Afterburner, which I already had this game, but I have just a loose cartridge and I wanted it in the box. Now this is sealed, which is really cool. It's got a little bit of crushing on the top, so I don't need to open it since I do have the loose cartridge, which that's really cool. So I picked that one up for the 32X collection. I like to do roughly one a month, but I might not always be able to do when you start getting up into the real higher end ones. Just because the box is added in, they tend to go up. This is a game now, Aliens vs. Predator Extinction. Now, I had never heard of this one, and I watched Sega Head's channel, and he was telling people how good this game was. So I picked this one up, and I did throw it in, and it is actually really good. So I have to do some gameplay footage of that, and I'll post that definitely up. So you can check it out and see if it's something you want to try out. But I think most people would like that one. It is a cool game. You can be the aliens, predator, the humans. I picked up Aliens vs. Predators strategy guide. Now this isn't for that game. This is just for the standard Aliens vs. Predator. This isn't for Extinction. But it's still pretty cool to have. Now I don't have this game, so I will have to find this. This will go into the stack of strategy guides that I normally don't have the games for yet, or I don't have the I don't know really the ambition to go pick the game up yet. But if I find it, I'll pick it up then. But that was pretty cool though too. They were all at really good prices. Also, I got my Retro Mikey 78 shirt. I got that in the mail, which is really cool. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to go check his page out or possibly contact him and order a shirt. So yesterday, I decided I was going to go out game hunting, and I normally don't do much game hunting because I was tired of going out and finding weed, shovelware, and just the common titles that I pretty much had, or everything was usually overpriced depending on where you went. So it's always going to be a hit or miss when you go to places like Goodwill or Salvation Army or anything like that. But I decided I was going to go out, and I drove down. It was beautiful out, so I hopped in the vet and I drove down to the Goodwill a couple towns over, and while I was there, I did pick up a bunch of games. It took me a minute to find them. They were more or less about clothing at that Goodwill that I went to. But I did find a stack of games. No, not really great titles, but there are some good ones. The price is what really made it worth it, though. So to start off, I got M&M for the PlayStation 1, which is really cool. $2. And it is complete in the case, which is really cool. Next up was Dance Dance Revolution Ultra Mix for the original Xbox, and it is complete. And this was also $2. There was a sale going on back to school, and there were certain discounts on stuff, and for some reason there was a discount on all their games. So that was $2. Every game from the store was $2 at the Goodwill. There's Need for Speed. Which one is this one? This is Rivals. This was $2. This one's not complete, but still pretty cool for $2. I mean, you can't go wrong. Now, mind you, I did have to clean, I think four or five of these discs from the Goodwill because they were just so scratched up. If anybody else would have picked them up, they would have been like, no, thank you. Because if you don't have a CD machine to clean them, buff them, it's kind of pointless to pick some of those up because you probably won't be able to use them. I mean, some of them were pretty scratched up, but I cleaned them all up nice. Next one up is Need for Speed Most Wanted, right? Most Wanted? Yeah, Most Wanted. Not complete. It does have the one little flyer in there, but, doesn't matter to me. This was one I know I had to resurface, but that was $2. Next up was Minecraft on the 360 for $2. This is not complete. This one was a kid's game. This had to be resurfaced, but that was really cool. I mean, for $2, heck, that's a hell of a deal. Because most of the time, like I've looked at some of them, like even the Minecraft, and you're looking at like $5 to $7 if you want it bought online and shipped to your house. So I mean, if you think about it, $2, you can't go wrong. Next one up, which I'm not really sure why I got it, I just thought it was funny, is Farming Simulator 15, which this one is complete, which is really cool. $2. All right, next one up in line is Aggressive Inline. This was also $2 from the Goodwill. This one's not complete, but still really cool. It's in an original PlayStation 2 case. Next up is the original Farming Simulator for the Xbox 360, $2. This one is also complete, which is really cool. You know, I didn't think I'd find that many complete games at the Goodwill. Next up is one that's on my watch list on eBay, is Forza Motorsports for the original Xbox. Now, I had this years ago, and I don't have it anymore, so I wanted to pick it up, and I found it there for $2. And the game looked beautiful. It's complete. It even has the online card still in there without the peel away tab taken off of it, which I think is really cool. All right, let's see here. Next up, I got Remember Me for the Xbox 360. Also another $2 title. This one's not complete, but the disc looked beautiful. Nothing wrong with it. Didn't have to clean it. For $2, can't go wrong. All right, next one up is The Saboteur. $2, not bad. I'm not sure if that's complete, but there is like pamphlets and flyers and stuff over there. But, yep, $2 game. And the last two I got from the Goodwill, I was actually really surprised. Final Fantasy I got for $2 for the 360, which, I mean, it really, $2 and it's complete. And I believe, yes, this is the 3-disc one, and it has all 3 discs, and all 3 discs look immaculate. $2. And the last one I got from the store, which was really awesome to get for $2, is a Prince of Persia. I think it's the Sands of Time. Yeah, it's the Sands of Time. $2 I paid for that, and that was also on my watch list. And it's, again, complete, which... that was really cool. I was really surprised that I found all those games there. And they had other ones. They had some sports titles and some other, like, miscellaneous. I think there was a Bob the Builder one, but I didn't pick any of them up. So after I hit that store up, you know, I was, man, this is pretty cool. So I decided I was going to go to another, like, thrift shop. It's called F5 around me. Went in there, looked around a little bit, couldn't find anything, and then I found a little case. And they had some stuff in there. So I started, you know, glancing through it. And then the lady came over and asked me if I wanted to look at anything. And I started pulling some out. And I ended up picking a bunch of games out. So I picked out of their case, which everything I got from them was minimum of $1 or $2 cheaper than what I would have to pay if I went somewhere else. Somewhere at half price or close to half price. So the first one I got when I went there was Kingdom of Amalur, I'm assuming. It's called Reckoning for the Xbox 360, which is really cool. Not complete, but it has a little pamphlet in it. So these were all cheap. Now, this one, I didn't realize it till I got home. The Sega collections, even though I did glance all these games over, there's a little bit of top label damage on it. So I'm going to have to probably order a replacement disc and just get a new one. I mean, I paid, I think, $2 for it. So all in all, I really can't complain. I got the case. So I'm going to order the replacement disc for it because there's just, I can tell you, there's too much label damage on it. But $2 I paid for it. So, you know, it's not that really that big of a deal. So I got that, the Sega Genesis collection, for $2 from there. This was something I never really saw before. I've seen some, but not this one. This is the Jump Pack, or is it Jam Pack? Yeah, Jam Pack. And this is just a whole bunch of demos, like playable demos that they had on PlayStation. And this one is volume 15, so they did a lot of volumes of this. And it's not complete, but, you know, this was $2 as well. So I was like, you know what, to add it to the collection, that's pretty cool. Now, I didn't find this also on my inventory list for the app I use, the CLZ Games. If you type in Jam Pack, nothing comes up. So I didn't enter this one into my inventory, but I know it's there now. Next up, I picked up Project Cars for the Xbox One. Also got this one dirt cheap. This one's not complete. I don't know if it came with a manual. It should have at least like a warning flyer or something in it, but not bad. I picked that one up. That was dirt cheap. Next one up is Star Wars The Clone Wars. Which one is it? Republic Heroes for the 360. This one, also same deal. It's cheap. It's complete. It's really nice. These are all games that I do not have. I did pick up one replacement. It was Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End for the PlayStation 2. I had a disc only, and I found at the store a complete one. So I bought the complete one and threw the disc only up into the attic in the storage. But now I have a nice box one, and I think I paid $2 for it. So I mean, you really can't go wrong. I mean, I was paying like $2-3 for every game I picked up almost. This one I remember was $2.50. This one's called Dual Masters, I'm sorry, which is really cool for the PlayStation 2. I've never played it. Everything looked in really good shape. It's complete. The manual looks beautiful on it. I mean, that's awesome. And I have a bunch of these games already, but I don't have this one, and I definitely don't have it on the 360, and it's Tiger Woods 12, which is cool. I like Tiger Woods games. I haven't really put a lot of time into them lately, but this one is not, I don't think it's complete, but that's still really cool to put that one in there. Add another Tiger one to the collection. Next up is Star Wars Jedi Fighter for the PS2. This one, another, I think it was $2.50. It's complete. It's PlayStation 2 case, original case. Really, really cool. Never played that one, so I'm going to have to definitely try it out. And then there is the last disc based, which was Forza 3, I believe. Yeah, 3, Motorsports 3 for the 360. And this one is also complete. It has both discs. It looks in immaculate shape. I mean, it's really nice. It has the add-on content. The manual is in the back behind it. I didn't check this card. Now, this card, the little pull tabs off of it, but that one game, that's not even pulled off, which is pretty cool. And then when I went in there to get these, let's see here. Yeah, these were in there too. I ended up, they had a couple Super Nintendo games. They had a couple, I think, DS's, 3DS games. Now, I don't really collect for the handhelds much besides like original Game Boy, and I don't even really collect much of that. It's not something I really pursued at this moment. But they did have some Super Nintendo games, so I picked a few up that I saw look pretty cool. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for the Super Nintendo, which I've never played that. That's pretty cool. This was a movie exchange game. That one I paid pretty close. I think it might have been like $1 cheaper than price charting, but I mean, I was getting a steal on all the other stuff. Next up, we'll go with Super Chase HQ for the Super NES. And I never played that one, but it looked pretty good. And the label looks mint. And this was like $1, $1.50 cheaper than price charting. So I picked that one up. Last one for that purchase when I went in there was Battle Cars, that's right. Battle Cars for the Super NES. Now, I did hear good things about this, so I am looking forward to trying it out. But I picked that one up. That one was not much cheaper. If not, it was the same price as price charting. But I heard good things about Battle Cars, so I did pick that one up. Now, with everything I spent, you get points added on. So for every dollar you spend, they give you X amount of points. And then when you hit 1,000 points, you get $5 off your total purchase. Well, I ended up getting $5 off that purchase. Plus I got a couple discounts on all the other things. So it worked out really, really well. And there was another item in there that I will come back to, but we're going to go back to the second time I had to go back there to pick up the item we're going to save for last. And when I went in the second time, they were like, yeah, we had stuff in the back here that was on a sale rack that had ended the day before. But because I had just bought other stuff, they told me they would give me the same deal that they gave everyone else, which was 40% off your total order. So I ended up rooting through these boxes, and I ended up finding, a Game Boy 4-player adapter, which I'll probably never use it, but, you know, it was cheap. I think I paid like $3 for it. So, I mean, that's really cool to have in the collection. And then I picked up also, they had in the same box, this is one of the Game Boy Advance wires to hook it up, I'm assuming, to your GameCube if you have the GameCube player. I'm thinking that's what it's for. But it's definitely for a Game Boy Advance because it says something on the back about the Game Boy Advance. Yeah. So that's really cool. That was also like $1, $2. And then they had this bad boy sitting there too, which usually when I see these, I don't bother picking them up because this label usually gets super destroyed or peeled off and they look terrible. This one has the scratches on it. It looks like a kid took a pen that ran out of red ink and they just started using the pen up and down and they scratched the label up a little bit on it. But, I mean, it's old, it's used. I don't expect it to be 100% perfect. So I thought it was really cool to pick that up. And that was pretty much, everything was 40% off, like I said, out of this section. It's got a little bit of wear over here, but this foam disintegrates over time. I have another Game Boy case that I can't even use. It's the soft one because the inside, the black foam, is disintegrating and it gets all over your stuff and in where the contacts go, and it's just not cool to use anymore. So this is now going to be my new Game Boy holder, which is really cool to pick up. I think I paid like $10 for it. I mean, that's awesome. You can't go wrong with that. And then the rest of the boxes he had there, now it was strictly all PlayStation 1 stuff that they had that was on that sale. So I ended up rooting through these stacks of games that he pulled out, and I found Warhammer for the PlayStation 1. And it's got a dual case, but it's not a dual disc. It's got the manual just in the front side, and then the disc is in the back side. But that was really cool to pick up, and it was dirt cheap. Once all the discounts came off, I got the 40%, and I spent enough and got another $5 even on top of that off, which was ridiculous. Next thing up I got was Vigilante 8 Second Offense for the PlayStation. Another one, hell of a deal on it. It's complete disc, and the PlayStation discs look great too. They're the black labels, most of them, and they look beautiful. No top damage on anything else except for that one Sega Genesis collection one. Next one up is Reloaded for the PlayStation. Another one that's complete. The jewel case is in real good shape. No cracks. Door's not broke on the hinge. I mean, it was great. Absolutely wonderful. Next up is Croc for the PlayStation. Again, it's complete. Really good shape. Got it at another good price. Now this game, I remember it from years ago. Didn't really like it, but I did pick it up again. It wasn't terrible, and it's Fighting Force 2. Now this one is complete. The hinge is broke on the top, but I mean, I can replace that. That's no biggie. I don't even know if I will replace that. If it was a different game, I might, but Fighting Force 2 I got. Next up, they had in the box Civilization 2. Another one, it's complete. Disc looks great in it. There's a crack in the top case right at the top, but don't care. I mean, at the price I got it for, that's awesome. Next one up is Death Trap Dungeon for the PlayStation. I think I paid $2, $1.50, $2 for this. Another complete one. And then this was really cool. You don't normally see long boxes when you go out. And this long box is in great, great shape. The disc looks wonderful in there. And it's a hockey game. So it's, in my opinion, a better sports game. But it looks beautiful. The manual looks mint. So, I mean, I picked that up. I think it was that was also, again, I think $2. And I think, yes, this is the last thing for here. Another long box they had, Kalik, the DNA, what's I say, the DNA Imperative, which is really cool. It looks like a Doom first-person shooter type deal, but I mean, look at it. It's mint. Ooh, absolutely mint. Now, there's some leaning on the manual from over the years. It just kind of sloping down in it. But, I mean, look at that. It's awesome. I don't see that ever when I go out. So that's what I got as far as games and accessories go. Now let's get into the golden surprise that I found at that store when I went there the first time. Why I had to go back the second time. Let's check it out. And here it is, the highlight of this month. I found this today at pretty much a thrift shop. They had it out front. It is absolutely awesome to pick up. Now they had it marked for $500, marked down to $200, and I got it for $75, which is unbelievable. There's not all that much wrong with it. There's a couple little nicks in like the black there up top, and then there's one over on this side as well. But I mean, it's a used sign. This is actually the front of what I'm pretty sure would have been a neon sign, and the surround has the holes in it to hold on to it. So I'm assuming this used to have a light on it, and either the store created it with chains on it, they just drilled holes through and did it, or whoever had it maybe in another game room. But that is really, really cool. I can't believe I found that. So this is definitely the highlight of the month. An awesome game, crazy buy, sell, and trade sign. Well, everybody, that's all my pickups for the month, and I think I did awesome. That sign was a huge score. I still can't believe I found it. And, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, the longer it sat around, they probably would have ended up breaking it because it is acrylic. So, you know, that plexiglass stuff just don't last when you start moving it around. And it is over 8 foot long. So it's up on the wall now, and it's going to stay hanging on the wall. I'm not going to move it because I don't want to risk breaking it. But definitely this was a score this month. I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you want to check out Retro Mikey 78's channel and maybe buy a shirt if you want. And I'm going to leave a link also for Sega Head's channel if you want to check out some really cool Sega videos, gameplays, things like that. The guy's hilarious. So, alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed. And I hope y'all like all the things I got this month, because I sure do. Thanks for watching, everybody.